It can be done. The hours have been long, but we see the end of the road. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. Everything could end tonight. It could all end tonight. Speaking of which, we'll be refreshing this tonight. See if we got anything new here. There we go, 6 minutes ago. Arizona, pretty freaking close. I think Arizona's going to be closer than some of these other states even. All right. Georgia, down to 3,500 votes. Pennsylvania, 6,400. It's 64,000. It's happening. We'll have to see what becomes of it. But we'll check in on that as the night progresses. In the meantime, let's beat this stinking game. How many times will we get to the final boss before I am successful? That is the question. Can we get it first try? Can we get it third try? I feel like the pressure will be too strong. Mr. Leo, good evening. I wish I didn't know this password as well as I do. Welcome to hell! I did not beat the autoscroller. I mean, I've finished it, but I have not finished it. It's true. If we didn't look at the game. So after the last stream, I looked at the internet, and the internet implied that the password you get after losing to the boss actually brings you back to the boss. But if you continue, it puts you back to the beginning of the level. I was like, oh, that's awesome, man. I can put the password in, I'll be on the boss. Like, we got this, gonna take no time at all. But I confirmed it for myself offline. And it is not true. It is not true. The password you get after losing to the boss does not send you back to the boss. There is a password that'll send you to the boss, but if you die, it sends you back to the beginning of this level. So it doesn't do much good. I mean, you would have to be sitting there, like you'd have to reset the console every single time and then put the password in, which is better than sitting through a 6-minute auto-scroller, but even still, you have to move more, and the moving's not fun. So what's up, Mora? Thank you for being first. Just in case you guys just arrived, we've got this here. We'll be checking on this throughout the night. If someone needs a quick update, just give me a shout. We'll get in here and update it. This is current, so there's been no updates in the last 10 minutes. Current status, we don't care about Alaska. The current status is Arizona seems possible. It depends where these other votes are going to come from, but it seems possible that Trump's going to take Arizona. I think it's within the realm, like he's been doing well in these mail-in ballots. Ironically, he's doing well in the mail-in ballots. Think he wants to stop counting those? Georgia, about to flip. There's enough votes, it's going to flip. Georgia's going to flip. North Carolina, we're not getting anything there. They gave up. They don't count anymore. Nevada, they stopped counting. And Pennsylvania, those are coming in hot as well. Whenever the big dump happens, whenever the Philadelphia dump comes in, this number's going to explode. So we're just waiting for that to happen. All All right, that's the current status. We can look at that. That gets updated real time. We can refresh that from time to time. I did not watch the press conference. I saw the commentary on it. I mean, I don't know what people expect. I mean, that's what we expect, right? What's up, El Kite? What's up, dude, man? I mean, it's exactly what anyone who's been paying attention should expect. I don't even know, no, I didn't practice it. I didn't. I did watch, I watched Sharpie's video of him beating it, though, just out of curiosity. He had the same experience as me. He spent about 9 hours on this level. But he managed to, understand the boss way faster than I did. He had a pretty good strap for it. It still took him a long time. He still died a bunch of times to BS. He was doing okay, and then he'd, zoom away from the boss, kind of going over its head, and he would just immediately run into an alien and die. He didn't even see it coming. It was just, there was nothing he could do. So stuff like that. All right, music or no music? I say music for now. Start. Why don't my global hotkeys start? Thank you. Yeah. I read a little strategy thing saying to stay down there. He had a strategy, he was shooting them every time. It really wasn't a big deal to shoot them every time. I think we'll just we'll feel our way out there. It's going to take me a little bit to remember everything and get through it, but we'll get through. What's up, Nick? But he did it all. Sharpie did it all in one sitting. So he did 13 hours straight of Ecco. It looked like he started on that DNA boss that I hated, and finished the night on this one. So yeah, he put the effort in. But like I said, this is the type of thing that's made for Sharpie. He's the master of persistence. It looks like DNA. Dun, 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 dun. Well, let's face it, where are we tonight? It's Tuesday night all over again. Still playing the same game? Still the same results? If you ever go back and look at these VODs, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. I'm wearing the same clothes. We're playing the same level. We're talking about the same subjects. Nothing will have changed. What's up, Apollo? No, I can't, man. We're in stasis. I'm trying to, be emblematic of the country right now. We're in stasis. Let's finish this level as the race gets called. So yeah, some election commentary. They called Arizona, and I think they screwed up. I don't think that Arizona is locked, and so Nevada probably is. But if the AP or Fox News calls Nevada, then that means that they're calling the election. So they're probably not going to want to do that. I'm surprised they haven't retracted their retracted their calling of the state, but maybe they're just hoping it's all going to work out. So that would mean that if that were the case, Biden needs one more state. So he would need Georgia, or we're just going to write off North Carolina for now, but he would need Georgia or Pennsylvania. And at this point, I would say he's probably favored for both. But it hasn't happened yet, so here we sit, frozen in time, the tides of time. I don't know. The only things outstanding with Nevada are mail-in ballots, and they're currently being very skewed to Biden, and he's ahead. So I don't know. I mean, right now the gap is closing, Nick Vic. The mail-in ballots that have been coming in have been like 70% Trump, and they only need to be like 55% Trump for him to catch up. So no, Nevada's been counting them. They have been counting them. It was kind of funny, like on Tuesday, they stopped counting and they said, okay, well, we'll be back on Thursday to count. And then on Wednesday, they said, oh, we're going to try to actually count today because apparently people are interested. It's like, they're like, because of the interest in the results, we're going to go ahead and try to count today on Wednesday instead of waiting till Thursday. And you're just like, you think people are interested? Maybe. So they did count some yesterday. They counted some today. It's just really difficult to know because you would say like, oh, like in Arizona especially, the ballots, you're like, oh, well, Democrats more used mail-in ballots, right? But these are like mostly like the late arriving, oh, come on, man, are like the late arriving mail-in ballots, and those are actually less Democratic. And in Arizona, I guess mail-in ballots are kind of popular, so it's like there's not as much partisan split. I don't know. You have to look, like every 4 years you learn like the most ridiculous information, you know? Yeah, at least we're not talking about Florida. Yeah, I mean, there will be, so like, yeah, the ballots have to be postmarked by a certain date, but you have to imagine that most of those ballots are all there. Like, there can't be that many ballots that are going to arrive that late, right? So not enough to, like, skew an election. What is that? So anyway, I mean, we'll find out. Just like we'll find out if I can ever beat this game. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. It was kind of weird because like they usually don't, like, they're aggressive once you knock their heads off, but until you knock their heads off, they're not that aggressive, but that one was aggressive. So yeah, I posted on Twitter, but I got jury duty. And like I knew that you didn't have to do jury duty if you'd done jury duty in the last 2 years. And I was like, oh, I'm good. I just did jury duty, so I'm good. And I went back and checked, and I did jury duty in May of 2018. So it's been 2 years, and it was like June, so it was like 2 years and 5 months. And they've already tapped me again, and I don't want to go. I do not want to go. Like, jury duty, you go sit in a room. You just sit in a room with other people all day. And like, I don't want to do that. It's freaking like, it's third wave pandemic central right now. I don't want to go sit in a room with other people. That sounds ridiculously dangerous. And their only stipulations that they provided were that you needed to wear a mask and, like, you know, don't have symptoms. That was it. Like, you weren't like, oh, you have to get a test or anything. No, nothing. Like, we're going to give you a test when you arrive. None of that. I'm like, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to do that. So I had to, like, decide how I was going to deal with it. Because I knew I could probably ignore it and get away with it, but I didn't really want to do that because that is technically illegal. And then I thought, well, maybe I can accept it and just bank on the fact that they're going to cancel because things are crazy right now. Or send it in and request to get a postponement, undue hardship, and that's what I decided to do. So I wrote a short letter with like 4 different reasons why I think I deserved a postponement for a year. We'll see if they grant it. Yeah, if you saw the tweet, I'm juror number 69. So I kind of want to go just to get the badge. They'll be like, juror number 69? Yeah, we talked about it last time. Like, I called once in college, and it was very uneventful. But when I got called 2 years ago, it was very eventful because I live in a very popular county. So he might be. I mean, like, part of my reasoning was like, well, for one, it would be difficult with my job. Like, right now, I'm covering for some other people, and it would create some headaches. If I couldn't be in right now. But then the other thing was that, like, I've got 2 like really young kids at home doing remote learning. I feel like if anything counts, that counts. Like, I'm helping out a lot with that. Like, you know, my wife wouldn't be able to do anything during the day. Like, so I feel like that's gonna help. Like I'm responsible for 2 kids at home. I go see my elderly family pretty regularly, and I wouldn't be able to go see them. And the date for the jury thing was December 15th. So like, if I had to go, I would have to like isolate over Christmas. It's like, I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible. I think it has to be a felony here. You have to be a felon. There is one other, I also put in there like, hey, and the 4th reason is I just did jury duty 2 years ago. Cut me a break here. Well, it's not so much that I don't want to be on the jury, dude, man. It's that I don't want to be in the pool. Because like the way they do it, like I'm in a city. It's a big courthouse. They've got tons of cases across the gamut, and they put like hundreds of people in a room. And maybe they'll do it different now because of all this, but the way they did it was hundreds of people in a room, and they're pulling out names for the jury pools all day long. So you might go sit on a potential jury pool case twice a day. And so, like, if you get selected, then you just do that thing. And if you don't, you go back downstairs, and you're right back in the mix again to get pulled for the next one. And you do that for 2 weeks straight. So it sucks. So it's not even like really a concern about being on a jury or not. It's just like you're just stuck in it. Yeah, I think that would probably what it would be, Haba. I think they'd probably call less people, but I don't want to be there at all. Like, like some of those people are probably going to have coronavirus. Like I don't want to sit in a room with people who are, like, just wearing a mask and sitting in a room with someone with coronavirus is not enough. And they pay you $12.50 a day, and parking is $7. So you make $5 a day to risk your life. I don't think so, man. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. But the ultimate out is that you can't go if you have symptoms or if you've been around someone. Okay, here we go. Yeah! Well, it was a good first attempt, we had a chance. One down. Now, the internet said to go below his head, but I don't really trust that. Okay, there's two. Don't trust it. Okay, we don't want to go when he's sucking it in. All right, he just finished sucking. Ugh! It's gonna be really hard to line up. There's one. Two. Three. Come on. Okay, there's four. All right, so that's he grows a new jaw. One. Two. Yeah. Three. Four. All right. Does he grow a third jaw? I can't remember. Yep. One. Two. Three. What? What? I must have like just missed. I must have missed by just a pixel, and it damaged me instead, and I had no health left. So. So I think that would be it. So it's like 8 hits per eye, 4 hits per jaw. There must be 3 jaws. And then you have to hit him a few more times after that. Tapio. But yeah, I don't mind going to jury duty. I really don't. Part of your civic duty, but I don't want to go during coronavirus. So if hopefully they honor my postponement for a year, I'll do it next year. Everything will be better. Kids will be back in school, like all this stuff. Like that's the idea at least. And what's up, Grom? What's up, Don Chico? Yeah. But yeah, like, it was basically like if you have any symptoms, you can't go. I don't know. So I don't want to say that I'm gonna lie about it, but if they won't postpone it, it's very likely I would get symptoms before I went and not be able to go. I mean, one of the symptoms is like gastrointestinal, right? I'd probably be so nervous. Apparently, it's not in the US, but there's a Master System version of this game, and it's an exact copy of the game. Like it's a Master System, so it's like it looks like NES graphics, but it's the exact same game. Like it has this level in it and everything. It has the boss at the end. Apparently, it's not US though, because I was asking if I was like, oh, I wanted to hear what Sharpie had to say about it, but he didn't play it because it wasn't US. Yeah, my wife was pretty sick in like the January, February area, and she substitutes so at a school. So we were like, well, maybe you got it. So she actually did like an antibody test thing, and they said that she hadn't gotten it. But well, she's not doing it this year. I mean, our kid's not even at the school, so it's kind of a bummer too, because she does want to like ultimately work there, but who knows if this will hurt her ambitions, because she had to tell them like, I'm not going to work this year. But it was just like, I after all this stuff, I was like, man, I've talked a big game, so like I can't, like, I was like, you really shouldn't go, because I've said a lot of stuff about how like I would never do this and that. You couldn't put me in that position, and then like she was like debating what she should do. I was like, you just shouldn't do it. It was going to be too hard anyway with the kids not in school. Whoop. Yeah, now that I know it, it's not like terrible. It's still got some BS stuff, but it's kind of relaxing. It's not like when I played Battletoads, which I will have to play again. But when I played Battletoads, like every stage is just like constant stress. Like just like the whole time, it's just like every input you press is like life and death. And it's just so nerve-wracking. And like this, for the most part, you're just kind of like chilling, swimming around. And it's like, yeah, you can make a mistake and immediately die, but you know, whatever. And I mean, after that alien boss fight, dude, we got this. We got this. We're gonna beat this game. I I think I've shown it. We didn't want to beat it in the first 15 minutes of the stream anyway, right? Actually, while we're sitting here, guys, we need an update. Let's go. Let's see. Let's get the update. Anything new? 8 minutes ago in Arizona, Biden just gained, so it must have come from a different county. It's gonna make it tougher. So you can see here. So you can see Trump is averaging 50%, but he needs to average 57%. So it's gonna be freaking close. Looks like that's been it. We're at 63,000 for Pennsylvania. I can give you a link. It's just a site someone made on GitHub, but it's based off the New York Times reporting stuff, so it's just aggregating the data. But I thought it was pretty cool because like all I was doing anyway was refreshing this Twitter feed that posts when the ballots update. And this like provides, I was like doing math on it and like comparing it to previous results. I was like, this is too much work. And then I found this site. I was like, oh my gosh, this does everything. This is what I wanted. This is what I needed. I mean, I know we all know that Trump is just, a blowhard idiot, right? I mean, we know that. We know he's just going to be like, I would always win. Like, he's just a narcissist, right? But you just have to think that, like, just from any reasonable stance, like, if there was something rigged going on, why is it only him that suffered from it? Because everybody else, like all the other Republicans, did relatively well. They all overperformed. Like, if anything, it looks like it was rigged the other direction, right? Like, all the polls were wrong. My wife was commenting how, like, the way he talks, it sounds like someone who cheated. And they know that they cheated, but then when they're not winning, even though they cheated, so they can't say that they cheated. But she said that's what he sounds like when he's talking about it. Just like he knows he should be winning because he cheated. Hey, both sides got more votes than they've ever gotten before, so maybe everyone did. Yeah, it's like we're gonna rig it. We're gonna lose the Senate. We're gonna make sure McConnell wins in a landslide. Susan Collins, get back in there. Lindsey Graham, up by 12 points. Everybody get on in, Makes no sense. Yeah, I mean, he's always complaining about everything was rigged. In 2016, he was complaining that there was like 5 million, illegal votes in California or something. But now, like, it doesn't help him if it's in California. So now it's like, somewhere else, right? I mean, it's very transparent. And I know we all realize this. So I'm just preaching to the choir or whatever. But it's just the absurdity is just through the roof. What's up, Hoopty? Hoopty, you're in Georgia, right? Did you say you're in Georgia? Have you checked? Did you vote absentee? Did you check your ballot? Apparently there's places like there's if you need to cure your ballot, there's a bunch of ballots that need to be cured, like if the signatures didn't match or something. Have you checked your ballot? That's all. Just want to pass the word along to anybody in Georgia that your ballot needs to be fixed in the next couple days. Okay, here we go. That level doesn't even feel like 6 minutes, does it? No! Okay, did we get that eye? Yeah, we got that eye. Got that eye, dot that I, cross that T. All right, we need to get in a move over here. Oh shoot, those things come there. Okay, okay. Okay. Jaw time. Oh god. Oh my god. Woo! That's a one-hit kill there, like he just eats you. I don't trust it. Oh, he's dynamite. No! I got too greedy. I needed to hit him literally one more time. I should have just shot the guys again and taken my time. I need to hit him one more time. Sorry, we didn't want to beat it that fast. Although when I beat this Grom, I'm gonna beat Karnov too. Here's the link.
I must have drank me about 15 Dr. Peppers.
Not a bad idea.
You got this?
Not a bad idea, Maura. I'm just gonna refresh if we have any new info here. Oh, we got a bunch from Georgia here. Let's see. Let's turn this on. Where are we at with Georgia? It appears they changed the estimated votes remaining, and that's it. So that doesn't tell us anything. But they're telling us that there's more votes remaining. So that means that. And Pennsylvania just dropped again. Biden getting 80% of the vote. He's averaging 77%. He only needs to average 58%. Will this end tonight? It seems very optimistic, don't you think? This will never end! I mean, what do we have to look forward to? They're going to call the race, and then what? We just get to listen to the same crap we've been listening to the last couple of days for the next 2 months. All right, let's go. We got this. I'm feeling super confident. See, that's the one thing about when you say that the election is rigged, that is going to get... The reason he's going to have a hard time with that, and I've thought this for a while, which is that for him, when, you know, he needs the... I mean, I don't know who needs the support of, but when you think of like Republican leadership, right? For him to say that the votes are rigged, he needs the backing of all of the politicians that just got elected with those same votes. So like, they're not going to want to be like, yeah, the votes are rigged because they just got elected by those votes. Like, you think Lindsey Graham's going to be like, yeah, the vote's rigged. Like, he just won his election. Like, he's not going to want to say that. Now, again, I can't put much past Lindsey Graham, but just saying. It puts them all in an awkward spot. So he's not going to be able to get like a big coalition of politicians to agree with him. Even Mike Pence is like, he's just like, I agree with President Trump. All legal votes should be counted. It's like, all right, that's what everybody's saying. Yeah, they're all happy with how things went. Like, they're not going to be standing around saying, yeah, it's rigged. Like, they're happy with what happened. They don't want to like mess that up. And you know that most of them actually want to get rid of him, right? I mean, they've been reluctantly going along. Like, most of them want him gone. So like, they're probably just like, yeah, okay, that's right, buddy. You know, it's like the end of the night and the drunk guy won't leave. Yeah, it could end tonight. That's what I'm talking about. This long sludge could be over tonight. I mean, it just depends. Whenever they release the Philadelphia, whatever that county's name is, I can't remember, but whenever they release the Philadelphia county votes, it's going to be over in Pennsylvania. We're just waiting for that. It's going to be like multiple 100,000 vote dump. Just a big fat dump. And it's going to be like literally like 95% for Biden. Yeah, Clark County is Vegas. Vegas has some blue counties, but they're not that blue. They're not as blue as Philadelphia. It's crazy, man. Like, Philadelphia like is like 95 to 3 or something. Like, I mean, it's super blue. wild, man. It's like DC. It's even more blue than DC, maybe. I hate that stupid thing, man. I think Georgia will probably be, it won't be called, but it'll be done by the end of the night. I went to Vegas once as well. Only once, but it was cool. For one night, that's all I really needed. I drove from LA to Vegas, and then down from Vegas to the Hoover Dam, to the Grand Canyon. It's a pretty fun little drive. That was back when you could drive directly over the Hoover Dam before they built that big bridge. I've got a picture of it somewhere, but when I think we were driving near the Grand Canyon, I think it was, or maybe it was between Hoover Dam. Anyway, we were like in the middle of nowhere. That's kind of out there in that area of Nevada, southeast Nevada, northwest Arizona, and on the other side, dang it. On the opposite side of the highway was a car on fire, and the family was like offloading their stuff. So I stopped and took a picture of their car. Looking back on it, it seems pretty insensitive, but I stopped for a minute just because I was like, oh, do we need to do something to help them? And I was across the highway, so I couldn't like just jump out. And so I sat there for a minute. I took a picture of their car on fire, and then they were all out of the car. And they'd unloaded all their stuff, and they're just kind of standing there. So I was like, all right, I guess we could just go. And just between the time when I pulled up and when I left, like the car was just like really in flames. And we drove for a good 20 minutes, and then I saw the fire truck coming the other direction. So the closest fire department was 40 minutes away. Like, well, that's too bad. It was like a heat wave and stuff, so the cars were overheating a lot. The Hoover Dam? Why wouldn't I call it the Hoover Dam? Isn't that what I said? Oh. The Hoover crap. Oh, it says Hoover. That's what it says. When it's lowercase, it looks like the RN looks like an M. How you can't tell the difference? Oh, by the way, Apollo, I was looking at your VOD. I watched a little bit of it. It said that your Among Us frame rate was only 30 frames a second, and I was like, oh, is the game only 30 frames a second? So I Googled it, and apparently that's like a kind of like a bug or something, and like you can work around it to fix it. Not that I mean, you know, who cares what the frame rate is of Among Us, but I was curious about it. Apparently, if you turn VSync on, it fixes it. Maybe. Bum, 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 bum. We're gonna beat this. I'm in a much better mood because we're gonna beat this. I got Lego Rock Band for my kids to play, and it had the same feature that like Rock Band 2 had. Like it imported all my Rock Band 1 stuff and all my downloaded stuff that I'd forgotten that I had. So like all the stuff is on there now. It's pretty cool. So I was jamming some of my old downloaded songs, like that Stephen Colbert song. Yep, this game is the election. When I beat this game, I end this game, we end the election. What's up, Alex? What's up, Charles Sparkley? Charles Sparkley, did you vote remotely? You're in Georgia. Did you make sure your ballot doesn't need to be cured? I'm checking with the Georgians. Make sure they don't need to fix their ballots. Oh, you're in Michigan. Why did I think you were in like the Atlanta area? Did you lie to me and tell me that one time? In that case, who cares? Freaking game, man. We get confused sometimes. I remember for a brief time I got confused and I moved Alex out of the country for a little bit. So remember where you are, Nick? No. I have no idea. If you tell me, I might be like, oh, right. Well, you have since then, and it's burned into my memory. Now I know for sure where you're at. Which is one of the things, like when you make a mistake, like it like burns in your memory. So I'll never forget anyway. You're in Massachusetts. That does sound familiar, actually. Western or Eastern? I mean, if you want to continue to be vague, that's totally fine. You don't have to tell me, but I only ask because I used to live in Massachusetts. What's up, Angry Fig, by the way? You're in the western half. All right. Well, I used to live in Hartford as well, so I mean, and my my mom used to live in Albany, so like I've been all over Western Massachusetts. That's Andrew G's neck of the woods. Andrew G lives over there. Is there anything cool on the ballot in Massachusetts this year? That was my favorite thing about Massachusetts was voting, because they always had pretty cool like the propositions or whatever were always pretty interesting. They had none of them, like there's always something cool to vote about. Like I banned dog racing. I did that. I banned dog racing. That was awesome. And what else did I do? I don't remember what the outcome was, but there's a lot of voting on whether grocery stores could sell hard alcohol or not. And we were always voting on that every time. You thought he was Canadian? No, he's from. I think he's from Western Mass somewhere. And I've mentioned before, the first time I ever really heard about speedrunning was reading an article in the Boston Globe about Andrew G. Just happened to be reading the paper one day. And there's this thing this kid can beat Mario Brothers in 5 minutes. And I read the whole article. I was like, that's pretty interesting. And then years later, I start watching Twitch. I find Games Done Quick, and there's this guy sitting on the couch with a Mario jacket on, juggling balls while playing Mario, and I'm like, that's gotta be the kid that I read about in the Boston Globe. Oh yeah, I think I might have still been there when they voted to decriminalize marijuana. I might have been. Barney Frank. I banned it, Hoopty. Get it out of here. I banned it. What's up, JJ? I'm sure quite a bit, but I mean, when Andrew G was like the man of speedrunning, that was kind of before the internet gaming phenomenon, like even like YouTube and stuff. I mean, maybe that's just me, like I'm being like Trump now. Nobody knew about this, just because I didn't know. But like Darbian got so much attention for Mario Brothers. It was just more like of the time, you know. It was just a smaller scene before that. But I bet if you like did contact tracing of Andrew, like, because you know you could probably trace people like Darbian back to Andrew G. It's like the biggest names probably all come back to someone who was either directly influenced by Andrew G or they were influenced by someone who was influenced by Andrew G. And the crazy part is he's really young. Like he's still a very young person. Like he's still one of the younger people. Like he's the oldest guy around, and he's actually very young still. Like I don't even know that he's 30 yet. He's gonna be a dad though. Congrats to Andrew G, man. He's gonna be a dad. Wonder how that happened, right? Am I right, guys? High five. Well, that 5-minute run specifically that the guy wrote about in the Boston Globe was one on a VHS tape that probably got sent to, I don't even know where, because I guess they wouldn't probably take it at whatever it's called, Twin Galaxies. So I don't know that that video is that popular, but well, Hoopsie, I'm an animal. I mean, as you can guess, as being vegan, but I'm an animal activist. So, given the opportunity to ban dog racing, I was all over it. Get that crap out of here. I remember the argument at the time for it too was like, don't ban it. You know, there's people who work at the dog tracks. It's like, all right, well, you know, someone having a job isn't a justification for like just anything you want. It's like, don't ban the puppy decapitation station. Someone has to work that station. That's his job. Allard was, huh? Pretty good one. I mean, that was basically the argument for like bum fights. Like, don't ban bum fights. These bums get paid to fight. What's wrong with that? I was just thinking, whenever I said that, Hoopty Mobile, I think that is a good question. I am from Kentucky, where horse racing is very popular. But, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I would be for getting rid of it. Like, what was that? Like, in one of those, I can't remember which track it was. There's some track somewhere where like horses just kept dying, like in the last year or two. Like there's just a place like where horses were dying there all the time. Like, you know, for every story where there's a horse that does great and then they, you know, there's you know, a dozen others that are injured or whatever. Not to mention that a lot of them are kind of like, to get them to run faster, they're kind of abused. Like they put like sponges in their nose. I can't remember why they do that. I guess that's to hurt one. Like it's like putting a spike in someone's tire or something. Like they put a sponge in a horse's nose to make him run slower. I don't know. I think overall, if you're using an animal as a sport, for the most part, bad things are going to happen. Capitalism has a hard enough time with humanity. Just imagine when it has problems with animals, you know? I think horse riding is cool, and like for the most part, people take good care of their horses. Like I know how to ride a horse. I can ride a horse. I've had lessons. That's how you know I'm from Kentucky. And I think people mostly take care of their own personal horses, you know. Yeah, anytime you have an animal as a product, like the incentive is not to take care of them, it's to extract money from them, and that it's not going to be good for them in the long run. Because once that animal no longer makes money, where do you think they go? You think they go to a retirement home? Think they get taken care of? Well, they get taken care of, not in a good way. But I went to like a ranch where they had horses and they let you ride horses and stuff. And even that, like, I mean, they seem to take good care of the horses, but like they basically said, yeah, when a horse gets too old that nobody can ride it anymore, they they basically implied that they just kill the horse. I was like, oh, thanks, cool, good to know. Nick, did you say, oh, so you like horsing around, eh? I hope he didn't say that. That would have ended that date really quickly. Like, I mean, Western Mass has some, like, horse racing stuff, don't they? Pretty sure they do. At this rate, I'm not going to, Grom, but I tell you, next time I'm there, I'm going to do it. I don't know, I'm having trouble. In fact, it's time. It's not time for another refresh. Let's see what's going on here. What do we got? 15 minutes ago, they changed the number of votes remaining, which is actually good for Trump, maybe. They lessened the votes remaining here in Georgia, so that's bad for Biden. And oh, this hasn't updated yet. My wife just said Georgia's down to 2,500, but this hasn't updated yet. Pennsylvania is down another 3,000. Biden again getting 2/3 of it. He doesn't even need that. Nevada hasn't changed. Oops. Supreme Court. I mean, the Supreme Court, like, I feel like there's a disconnect with reality. I mean, that's not, I mean, that's kind of the, what else is new, but like all the Supreme Court stuff with Florida was because it was a recount. Like it was very close and it was a recount. Like there wasn't all this stuff in Florida before there was a recount. So Bismarck, Senate majority for who? If you mean for the Democrats, there is, but it's very slim, and I don't think it's going to happen. And we're not going to know until January either, because two of those are going to be in Georgia, and they're going to have a runoff election. So we're going to go through all this again in January in Georgia. That'll be pretty interesting, I think. Like, what do you like? Do you guys think that people are going to show up? Like with all this like hemming and hawing that Trump's doing right now, do you think it's going to make like the Republicans not show up to vote? Could cost him 2 Senate seats. Like they're gonna have to somehow thread this needle about, oh, it's rigged. Oh, but please vote. We need you to vote. No, he's pretty much got it locked up, Charles Barkley. We're just waiting for the votes to come in to be counted. No, I agree. I think it's going to be bad when they don't have the Senate, and I don't think they're going to have it. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, you take what you can get. I mean, like, at least we're not going to, you know, at least we're going to have an election in 4 years. The other alternative, like with the alternative, I don't know what was going to happen, right? So at least we'll still have an election in 4 years. You take the victories there. We were on a dangerous path. Well, Michigan was close there for a while until they finally counted all the votes, and then it wasn't at all. It's such a weird way. I was talking to my wife about it earlier because it's just a weird way to experience the election, where it's just like all they're doing is counting, like nothing's really changing. You're just counting the votes, and you're just reacting to the arbitrary nature of how they counted the votes. Sounds like the opposite of what ours is doing, Charles Barkley. Oh no! I knew better than doing that. What? All right, let's see. Let's see the 5 minutes ago. Yep, Georgia down to 2,500. That last one. Look at that. See, look at that the last dump. 87% Biden. 87%. Like he only needed to be 60% to take the lead. It's 87%. There's 12,000 votes left. So he could easily be 5,000 votes up at the end of all this. I mean, it's still close, but 5,000 votes is a lot of votes in the grand scheme of things. Well, some of them can still count ballots that are coming in, so they're not going to be able to say they're done for a while. Yeah, where they keep finding these votes is so crazy, right? And again, like, and just for the benefit of anyone who wasn't paying attention, the reason these are taking so long is because they weren't allowed to start counting until after the polls closed, or until the election day itself. Some of them not until the polls closed. So they weren't allowed to millions and millions and millions of votes, and they weren't allowed to get started on any of them until Tuesday. By design, because the Republicans knew that they were going to be losing on those votes, and they thought if they, like, well, best case, like, well, we'll just make them count them last, and then it'll look bad. And maybe we can stop them before they finish. I imagine you all know that, but yeah, some of it's ballots that are still coming in, but I mean, the majority of these are ones that have already arrived. It's just they couldn't even start counting. And And it's not like anybody likes this, right? Like, you know, people never, like, they never seem to have to face consequences for their actions, but maybe the people in Georgia, I mean, not in Georgia, in Pennsylvania, maybe they might be like, hey guys, like, why did you do that? Like, why are we all sitting here and you screwed up our state vote count for a whole week? Because why'd you do that? We could have been Florida. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, it's so sad that that's like a partisan thing, Charles Barkley, because I mean, it's the same thing with the post office. It's just like, you just think like just think of how awesome everything would be if you could, like, if the voting was super easy and like if the post office was like really modern, like all this stuff. You just think of like, oh man, it's like utopia. Yeah, there's some people, Nick, that, which is what makes it confusing, like especially North Carolina. It's why they haven't called North Carolina yet. Because some people got their ballots, but they didn't think that they'd get in time. For whatever reason, they didn't want to send them in, so they went and voted in person instead. And so they have like an outstanding count of absentee ballots, but they don't know if that's an accurate count because some of those people may have voted in person. So they were saying like, oh, there could be 400,000 votes still outstanding for North Carolina, but some of those people may have voted in person already. So it's all very confusing. It's really tough to know much of anything except just wait it out. Yeah, the great irony of it all was that is them saying like, oh, mail-in ballots a fraud, don't do it. And it's like, that's what's why all these votes are like 90% for Biden. They're eating their just desserts right now from that. No, I don't think Arizona's going to get called. I think Arizona's going to is going to be very close. I think we're going to have to wait another day on Arizona, personally. Nevada should get called, but it probably won't get called. But Nevada is almost certainly over. I think Nevada was really close last time as well, so it's kind of weird. Like it just seems like Nevada, like their kind of thing was like we'll get it counted. It'll just take a week. We'll take a week and we'll get all the votes in. Don't worry about it. And then it was close, and they're like, oh shoot, we were just gonna count next week, man. Is that? I mean, you want to know now? Oh man, like they did not seem prepared to do it quickly. They're like, we're 6 electoral votes. Who cares? Why does anyone care? God, come on, man. It's like... Yeah, you're probably right, Charles Sparkley. If he didn't kill most of his supporters through COVID-19 as well, I mean, they're disproportionately affected. I wouldn't have said that before, but now that we've seen like how close it is, it's like almost certainly, right? Just kind of scary to think about. For me at least. Yeah, I did see that. I don't know what that was all about. I mean, I assume because Putin doesn't want to get in trouble for anything, but at the same time, like, isn't he just going to be president for life? So, like, why does he have to worry about it, right? Maybe when he saw the election results, he's like, oh shoot, well, no more puppet, no puppet. I mean, I doubt like anybody like cared about any of this stuff really affected anything, but like it was like everywhere that Trump went the last like 2 weeks, he was like, if I don't win, I'm never coming back here again. He just kept telling every place that he went, he's like, I'm never coming back here again if I don't win. I don't want to be here. It was just like everywhere he went, I don't want to be here. There probably is a betting for that. I mean, like, what are the odds? I feel like the problem is, you know, Trump's irrational, right? If he was rational, I would say the odds would be really high. But he's kind of irrational. But if he was rational, I'd put it at like 85%. Because yeah, you'd want him to pardon him, right? Yeah. Like if you were in his position, that's what you would want to do, wouldn't it? Now, would Pence do it? I assume so. Pence is kind of a, well, I won't use the word, but he does what he's told. I don't think you even have to say what you're pardoning someone for. You're just like, oh yeah, you're pardoned. God, why? I hate that right there. No, you can. I think you can pardon in advance for that type of thing. Yeah, it wouldn't be for stuff in the future, but it would be for everything up to that point. And then, like, I don't know if that works for, like, because, you know, they keep talking about, like, you can't pardon for state crimes, so maybe he couldn't get pardoned for state crimes, so maybe it wouldn't work. It's kind of gray on that stuff. I don't know if anybody really knows, because no one's actually, well, I can't say no one's done that. They pardoned Nixon, but I don't know. Yeah. There definitely needs to be a coalition that goes through like all of the kind of gentleman's agreement norms of the presidency that very obviously can be abused and ignored, and say, okay, maybe we should shore these things up. It seems like a win for everybody, right? Like do that, make that a priority next term. Is that true? I didn't know. I thought it was kind of immediate, but I don't know much about the history of it. I'm not that old, Haya. Oh, he definitely can, Nick. He definitely can. I think he'll want to. I mean, who knows what he'll be like in 4 years? But yeah, I imagine that he'll want to. Yeah, 4 years older, 4 years crazier. And keep in mind that no matter what happens, he lost the popular vote both times. Both times he lost the popular vote. So again, I don't know if people are necessarily rational, but they should look at that and say, okay, do we really want to put somebody on the ticket who we know is going to lose the popular vote and just hope he can eke out the right states? He might also be in a lot of legal trouble at that point too. I mean, God, I can't get back to the boss. Yeah, I don't know what Biden's going to do, if he's going to run for a second term or not. I feel like he probably wouldn't, but I don't know. We haven't had. Have we ever had like? When was the last time there was a president who didn't try to run for a second term? I don't think that that's happened in our lifetimes. I'll visit you in Japan, Hayo. We want to get to Australia. They haven't had any COVID cases in a week. Yeah, we were talking about New Zealand too. I was like, well, I feel like if you're all the way to Australia, you kind of have to go to New Zealand, right? Like you're right there. But I've also kind of felt that about Japan too. It's like, well, you're going to fly all the way across the Pacific Ocean. Why wouldn't you go to Japan too? But I think that'd just be too much. But I would like to go to Japan. No, I know it's not, Mr. Leo. They have some good things though. Like they don't, people don't have they have bad internet, but they don't have guns, and clearly they can take care of their people. They got rid of coronavirus, so that should at least show some sort of competency. My friend lived in Australia for like 2 months or something for work, and I'm trying to think I can't remember exactly how he described the people from Australia. But everybody I've ever met from Australia is really friendly and funny. We went on a cruise a long time ago now, but it feels recent. There was some Australian people there. They're really funny. I think it's the accent. Like you have to be friendly if you have that accent. Well, if you're like a person with a skill and you've got like a college degree and stuff, I think that helps. Like that, you know, that they're looking for the best and brightest, you know. Some, I'm sure, are good people. All right, thanks, Grom. I haven't gotten back to it yet. When I get back to it, I'm gonna get it. I keep getting squished on like little corners and stuff. This is one of them. I didn't want to undercut the seriousness of your tweet, Grom, but when I read your tweet, all I could think of was this game. When you were saying we need to call this what it is. It's terrorism. And I'm like, yeah. Ecco the Dolphin is Ecco the Dolphin. It was too serious to make that joke, but you were subtweeting to Ecco the Dolphin, right? If it helps, like I can speak Canadian, that should help, right? Like if you want to move to Poland, if you want to be a Polish citizen, you got to learn Polish. I can speak Canadian. What's that about? Sorry. Shoot. I gotta focus, I just don't want to focus. French Canadian. I went to Montreal once, just for a day, for an afternoon really. Went to an Expos game. Went to the casino there. I don't know any French. Like I just don't know. I didn't know a single word of French other than like maybe bonjour, right? So I'm riding the subway to get around. And every place we went, there was a sign for this place called Sortie. I was like, man, I can't believe this Sortie place is at every exit. Like, what is this Sortie? It's everywhere. And I found out after the fact that it means, Sortie means exit. I thought it was like a place. It's like everywhere we got off, there was a Sortie. I was like, dude, this Sortie must be huge. God, I hate that spot. I hate that spot. That spot is so dumb. It's probably the big difference between me and Sharpie too, because like once he got this level down, he got pretty good at it. He was getting through it most of the time, and I'm just not. Yeah, I know like a little bit of Spanish, and I was surprised how much that paid off in Italy. Like I kind of knew almost, like when you're reading stuff, you could decipher a really big percentage of it. Why is it always something? Ah. Man, Nick, you know a lot of, you're a linguist. Chinese. I made the mistake of watching this YouTube video about this guy who can speak Chinese really well, and it just constantly gets, like, all of his stuff now gets recommended to me on YouTube all the time, and it's always the same thing, like foreigner reacts to stunned by white guy speaking perfect whatever. I watched a couple of them. I mean, they were like kind of interesting, but then you just kind of realize it's all the same thing, just the same thing over and over again. Restaurant stunned. Yeah, basically exactly what that says. His Chinese is really good. And he had some other ones where he learned, I guess he just likes languages, so he learned other light languages, like African languages, in a couple days, and then would go use it. But like the idea is that everybody's like, whoa, look at this guy could speak it. And like most of the African people, they didn't care at all. They were just like, whatever, dude. But the Chinese people, they were legitimately impressed because he was speaking like a very specific version of Chinese from a very small region. So they were actually like, wow, how do you know our language? It's amazing. Like, our own kids won't learn that language. And it is like cool. Like, you're like, man, I wish I could, like, you know, just be able to speak to people whenever you wanted. It's pretty neat. But who's got time for that? I gotta beat this Dolphin game. No, it wasn't Cantonese. It was called Fuganese. Funganese. Like, there's a region in like southeast China called, it's spelled like Fun House or something, but I can't remember what it's actually called. It starts with an F. And apparently, like, most like Chinese restaurant workers are from that region. At least in New York City. He's from New York City, so there's all videos of him going around New York City. All right, let's get back to the boss again. Jeez. I need to get back to the boss before Pennsylvania or Georgia turn blue. That's the goal. Time's running out. Although, let's face it, it's getting late. They're going to stop counting. We're not going to find out till tomorrow. I'm kind of surprised that I didn't remember. Maybe we just never talked about Charles Barkley, that you're in Michigan. I've been to Michigan a bunch of times. My stepmother's from Michigan, and I had a friend from college from Michigan, and I visited him a few times. And I had another friend who like lived in Michigan for a year. Visited him as well. All over the place. I mean, I've been to every part. Every part. Like my stepmother's from like the Detroit suburb. Come on, man. Ah! My stepmother's from like the Detroit area. My friend was from Ann Arbor. My friend who lived up there was on the west side. I can't remember what it was called. It was on one of the lake. It was on the lake on the west side. And then I've been to Mackinac Island a few times. Could be. Like we drove up there. When I went to Michigan, when I was going up there, it's because, you know, I went to school in northern Indiana, so it's pretty easy to drive up there. The one time I went to Ann Arbor, we went across the bridge into Windsor, go to the casinos. So one of my friends could gamble all night. He was a big gamble type of guy. Ah, shoot. Mackinac Island's kind of a crazy place. There's like, if you've never been to Mackinac Island or heard about it, it's an island, obviously, in between the upper peninsula and the lower half of Michigan, and there's like no cars on it. Everybody gets around by horse and buggy. It's pretty weird. Let's see, what do we got? Anything in the last half hour? Nothing. Come on, guys. We're looking for votes here. Yeah, that's why they wanted to go there. Because the drinking age I think was 19. Yeah, everybody there was American. Like we were like walking down the streets and it was just nothing but like American kids outside the bars being like, "I love Canada!" All right, so we're not going to hear about Maricopa. So Arizona's out for tonight. North Carolina's most definitely out for a few days. Nevada probably out until tomorrow for sure. So Georgia, there's just a little bit left. We'll probably hear about it, but they won't be able to call the state either way. And Pennsylvania is our best shot then. Maybe tonight. If they can get those votes out tonight. Pennsylvania, they can call Pennsylvania tonight. If they get those Philadelphia votes out. But if they don't, if they say we're going to wait till tomorrow, we're not going to know anything tonight. I mean, we know, but we don't know. I feel like the answer is yes, Hayo, because it seems like most of the counties have been, God, every time that stupid spot. I feel like when they've been releasing these votes, they've been kind of like, here's the final vote dump from this county. So, and there hasn't been like a big, like crazy 95% Biden dump from Pennsylvania. So I feel like they're just sitting on those Philadelphia votes until they finish. So we're going to get the rest of Georgia by midnight. There's your update. Well, the rest of one of the counties of Georgia, but that one county is probably going to flip it. Oh, I've got it right here for you, Hoopty. I guarantee Georgia's going to be blue. I guarantee it. Will it end up that way? I don't know, but it's going to flip. This one's really useful, Hoopty. It'll show you the splits and. Well, that's not true, Hio. I mean, Nevada still matters. Georgia is only 16 electoral votes, and Biden needs 17. So if he only got Georgia, it could, and Trump got all the rest, it could be a tie. Like, that's still in the cards. That's why Nevada kind of matters as a tiebreaker. Yeah, it's confusing because a lot of people have already closed off Arizona, but I'm telling you, Arizona is not done. It's not done. Oh, it's not impossible. There's actually a lot of different ways it can happen. Yeah, the tie happens at 269 because there's 538 electoral college votes. So there's a lot of ways to get to 269, especially with like Maine and New England. Maine and Nebraska both have like individual votes, like individual electoral college votes. So you can get there. That's why it's kind of crazy because Arizona plus Nevada is 17, and that gets Biden to 270. But Georgia is only 16, so that puts him at 269, which would be a tie. So all those things. Yeah, AP says that, but I think they made a mistake, Nick, because it's only two places that have called Arizona. I don't think like Arizona's not a done deal. From everything I've read, I think they screwed up. Yeah, only AP and so like in Arizona on election night and even into the next day, they had misreported like their reporting numbers, like not the actual votes, but just the reporting numbers. So like they had said that the vote was like 98% vote returned, and it wasn't. It was only 80% returned. And I think that both the AP and Fox News, like they used that information before it was corrected to call the state. And I don't know why they didn't retract it once that information came out. Because if you look at the splits, like most of the mail-in ballots that are coming in right now from Arizona are red. So it's not like a done deal like other states where they're mostly coming in blue, like they're coming in red. God, okay. Like, will they be red enough? I don't know. That's the question. Oh, God. All right. We got a chance here to finally get back to the boss again. After some really close calls there. I gotta focus for a minute. Music pour over you. go. Let's go. How do I do this? I've got to remember. Ah, no. Ah, dang it. Well, here we go again. Ah! God. Ah, who put those things there? I mean, I probably screwed already. Come on. Why didn't that work? What's up, Tool? Hey, Smartball. Is he playing the Japanese version? Apparently the Japanese version's way better, like easier. Like they kind of fixed how BS all this stuff is. All right, I've heard there's some updates, so let's refresh again. Let's see, we got 14 minutes ago, so we're down to 1,900 votes. The last dump was 80% Biden. 10,000 remain, only 2,000 vote difference. We got some Pennsylvania here. We got a 15,000 dump, 6,000 in. 70% Biden. He only needs it to be 56%. Again, we're the Pennsylvania one. There's one big county waiting that's going to dump like hundreds of thousands. It's going to totally tip it completely, but. Playing the Japanese version, yeah. There's like checkpoints or something here. There's something fixed about it. I don't know exactly what it is, but you got a 3080. Man, you should join like a little like I own a 3080 group. There's probably like 50 people in the world who have a 3080. Just Pennsylvania is enough, Charles Sparkley. Georgia is probably enough because Nevada is probably all set and done. So Georgia would be enough with Nevada. The Herzog? Yeah, did you miss this music? That's so gross. Yeah, I was looking through like I was looking through like just browsing like just channels in general on Twitch, like just the public channels. And there was some channel that was like had a lot of viewers, and it was just a website dedicated to finding the 3000 series video cards. There's like, it was just like it's like a web page that was like auto refreshing and stuff. It was like out of stock. It's like, man, if you want one of those things, like and there's stuff like this going on, like you're just out of luck. So, congratulations. No, at this point, Charles Barkley, I just want to beat this game, man. 700 arrested in Minneapolis. Is it for what? Is it, there's so many things to be protesting about right now. What's, dang. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that they had done some stuff with they denied relocation of the trial for the officers, right? Yeah, 3050. I'd be down for the 3070 is too expensive at $500, but if the price came down, I would consider it. I've still got this dream in my head of building a streaming PC, so. So if I ever do it, I want to like make it a pretty good. I don't want to have to go back and ever make another one. So I want to use some good stuff. So I think the new Ryzen 5000s and the NVIDIA 3000 cards, I mean, I think those would be two ways I'm looking at. In my dreams. Yeah, I don't know, like what's their deal, man? Like, that's all I can ever think about with officers and like the way they do that stuff. Just like, what's their deal? Like, is arresting them gonna do anything? Like, if people are actually, like, you know, doing illegal things, sure, but, like, just tell everybody go home and just leave them alone. Wait, it was a protest march against Black Lives Matters? Or was it Black Lives Matters related march? I don't understand. Okay, it's Black Lives. Well, you're saying they're mad Trump is losing, but those don't usually relate. Oh, you just mean the police officers? Okay. The cops are mad. Well, I mean, but they always do that. It's not like that's a new thing. They were doing that the whole time. They were like cornering people, like cornering peaceful protests and arresting them. Yeah, Alex, I want that nicer encoding chip too. I mean, that's like part of the thing. I was like, oh yeah, get the good one. Of course, the irony is I would have, like, if I built this PC, I would have a really good CPU, so it'd be less necessary, but still. I heard someone make the argument that when talking about encoding, tell me what you think about this, Alex. This is what he said when he was talking about CPU versus GPU encoding. he was saying that for when it comes to video games, it may make more sense to be using the GPU encoder because those encoders were built with video games in mind, and the CPU encoders were not. And so you may actually get better outcomes because of that. I was like, that seems reasonable. But at the same time, it could be completely just like based on nothing, right? But at least it does seem reasonable. I mean, like the reason that NVIDIA has this encoder chip is to capture, video games, encode video games. So like, in theory, it would make sense that their chip would do a good job for that reason, right? It's sound logic, but I don't know if it was based on any truths. Yeah, Herzog. Just streams in general, yeah. Get out of here. That's one of the scarier places for the aliens, so we're in a good spot now. No. Here we go. Let's go. Let's do this! Let's do this! No! Ah, oh, dang it. No, I'm dead. It was going well, and then it wasn't. Don't get hit at all. That's no big deal, right? Just don't get hit at all. No. I mean, like, Look at that. Look at that. Dude, the Where's Walt, Paulo, if you watch the Mega Man DOS gaming historian, the guy who made Mega Man DOS, he worked on Where's Waldo for NES. It wasn't not the first one, but the other one. Hey, what's up, Billy? No, by the way, guys, we're talking about playing some Great Waldo Search. Talking about playing some Among Us tomorrow night. What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? All right, anything new? Anything new? It's been 10 minutes. Nothing. Come on. It's so much easier just to like look at this and like not absorb any other news. Highly recommend it. Is the chip in the 3000 series, is it different than the 2000 or is it the same? Have they updated the chip? I'm curious if the new cards have any differences. We got to do the we got to do the Among Us tomorrow night, because Saturday and Sunday we got to get our Tetris on. Find out who the final 8 are. So is will the final 8 be the weekend after Charles Barkley? Like, is it just weekend after weekend, or is there going to be a 2-week break? Is it like the Super Bowl? Give an extra weekend for media interviews and stuff. It's gonna be in December. Oh, come on! I don't wanna wait. I don't want to wait. Everybody watches Apollo. Everybody watches. Even if you don't know about it, everybody loves it. Everybody's seeing the Boom Tetris or Jeff. They're the same. Okay. Yeah, if they're the same, I have seen quite a bit of the analysis on it. At least from what I recall reading, was like it was pretty similar to like the faster speed for encoding, which is what I use because that's all my computer can handle. But some of those Ryzen chips, like what people have been talking about, they're like, oh, you can put your encoding speed on slow and not even worry about it. It's like if I put my encoding speed on medium on this computer, like the computer basically freezes. It's like slow. Wow. Those groups are pretty tough, though, man. They go a long time, and it's a lot of Tetris in one day. I'm kind of curious, like, if the time zones affect people too, because like they kind of go. The times are kind of set more geared towards U.S. people. TMR hosted Corey on the other day, and Koran was like saying that his group was like very, very early in the morning for him. That's what would happen with Mystery Tournament. They used to have the tournament go all day, which meant that people in Europe had to be up all night. Get this guy, we gotta get this guy, we gotta get this guy, we gotta get this guy. I should need some lyrics for this. You gotta shoot him in the eyes till they pop. You gotta shoot him in the eyes, then hit him in the jaw. How many jaws does he have? He's got 3. Don't know why. Then gotta dash into his brain and not get hit. You gotta do it with no life regeneration, so don't get hit. Is this the run? We'll find out in just a minute. Here we go. Here comes the boss. Play it safe, get these things freaking killed. There's one. What? There was 2 there. Oh, come on. Tell me you didn't see 2 there. You did not see 2 there. If you wrote up a pacement about the player, yes, Charles Barkley, I would read it. I would love to get background because I don't know who any of these players are, right? And like, if you get that background, that makes it awesome. Like, people always complain about. I see that like on like a lot of competition shows, like battle bots and stuff. They're like, why do they give so much backstory? It's like the backstory is what makes it compelling. It's what makes you care. Like, you just see 2 random people playing Tetris, you're gonna be like, all right, that guy wins. But like, if you know like their story, man, that makes it cool. You haven't seen a benchmark where NVIDIA series doesn't outperform. Oh my gosh, we got to get one of those cards. All right, come on. Maybe it's that I know if I beat this quickly, I'm going to be moving on to Karnov. That I don't want to, but Karnov is the same thing. A really annoying level, and then you just get a really annoying boss. But I've learned the tricks of the Karnov boss. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. It's going to be the same thing, just like getting through the level every time. It wasn't very like intuitive or user friendly, but Twitch added some features to the highlighter, and I was able to like I played Karnov, then we watched the movie, and then I went back and played more Karnov, and I was able to delete the movie part and save it as a single highlight for Karnov, which is pretty cool. Normally you'd have to make 2 separate highlights. We're gonna do it. Gonna kill the boss. It's coming up. You shoot them once, and their head comes off, chases you. How does their head move? It's weird. So does that mean their head moves the body? That's weird. Echo. Where did that guy come from? No! Ah, get out of there! I killed that guy. I killed him. It's not over. Ah, the freaking double alien crap. Like, you gotta mash, because you gotta get enough hits out. It's a good rally cry. You gotta mash to get enough hits out, but it doesn't send them far enough out, so like you're hitting them when they're really close. And then they're in your hitbox. It just makes it really tough, dude. It's gonna haunt you. I've been hearing this music. This is my 8th hour. Man, we got to that. We almost beat this final boss in the first 15 minutes of the stream. 2 hours later, here we are. See, I've been on this level like 9 hours. I can turn off the music. I can turn it off. It is an option. The game provides. Yeah, I'm kind of addicted. I like that music doesn't bother me. I'm kind of addicted to it now. It reminds me. A double kill from off the screen. So one thing I have learned is like never just like turn around on the spot, because you can't turn around fast enough and you just die to these guys. You always want to do the loop spin whenever you're trying to kill something. If you just like turn around like that, it's too slow. They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. And that one would have been so epic. Remember when it ate me and I dashed out of it? Like I dashed through its mouth even though it ate me? That was gonna be a good ending. gonna have to wait, Grom. You're gonna have to wait. Two heads are better than one. This part's kind of scary. I don't like this part. Okay. Success! Success! You could have spent those points on This Is the Run, Grom. You could have spent those points on This Is the Run. There we go. Oh, this is it. That's right. I don't even know my own options. Charles Barkley, he believes. We're about to get back to the boss again pretty quickly here, so that's good. That's good. I'm still fresh. Here we go. There's 3 of them here. God, there's 4 of them there. What the hell, man? Come on, break. Break it. Come on. There we go. Do it again. One jaw. Ah, that was a mistake. Should have just not pushed it. Going around, playing it safe, playing it safe. Come on. It's two jaws. Ugh. Three jaws. How do I hit it without getting hit myself? Get out of here! Is that it? There's still more? God, there's still more. Don't suck me in! Don't suck me in! We did it! We did it! It was all the this is it's, guys. You guys help me.
Anything for my princess.
Just for crank it.
We did it.
Don't get the hype train!
Light of the machine.
Get hype! Get hype! Get hype! You think the vortex are destroyed? I don't care. Thanks, guys. I'll thank you all in a second. I've just got to celebrate this. Freaking beat Ecco!
Anything for my princess.
Pump up the volume, dance. Hype excitement.
I beat the game! Oh, there's the password right there, guys. If you ever want to do this boss yourself, there's your password. Yule MLG. All right, let's scroll up. I'm way behind here. Oh, the remote cam. All right, here you go. God, why does it keep doing this?
Princess.
Pizza in the morning. Pizza in the evening. Pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
I don't know why it keeps making it so big. And again, that's not right now. I don't even know when that's from. Like, what is this video from? It's like cached or something? Their closed file when inactive. Let's do that. That's like some other time, and there we go. That's right now. It's so weird. Look at all those this is it's. Charles, Billy, Tool, Elegant Weapon, Grom. You guys all believed. You believed. What's up, Elegant Weapon, by the way? Thanks for the good luck, Sokka. You helped me clear it. Yeah, I was on that level for probably a good 8 hours, 9 hours. Thanks for the GGs. Dude Man, Don Chico. Another Ecco champ. Grom, Elegant Weapon, Tool, Apollo, Billy, Hio, Charles Sparkley. Thanks for the bits, Alex. JJ, Sokka, Axiom Effect, Nick Vic, Big Al. Welcome back, Big Al. Hey, if I beat Georgia and Pennsylvania, that was the goal. Thanks for the bits, Hio. Thanks for the big Sokka. Thanks for the GG's, Jeebs. Thanks for the bits, Charles Sparkley. Thanks for the bits, Alex. Thanks everybody for supporting me. I can't believe that people like you guys are able to sit through that because, like, I mean, that was a lot of the same thing forever. We're weird on retro, right? Oh, you got that 50K, the 50K wave, Alex. Congratulations. Let's turn this down a little bit. So what happens if I press A? Does it send me back to the boss fight? You did that for 20 hours? Oh my gosh, man. Yule MLG. Oh, we get credits too. Who do we blame? There we go, right there. These people, the designers. Oh, you were here for 20 hours straight. I didn't play for 20 hours straight. I was gonna say, you're too good of a gamer to have spent 20 hours on this. Great art. Great art. Yeah, it gives you the password for the final boss after you beat it. Isn't that messed up, man? They're where they finish? Where are these people from? I think Finland? Was it? Hungary. Huh. I believe I'm part Hungarian. So, part of my heritage here. A true Hungarian. Thanks for playing, Echo, Echo, Echo. Is that like a joke? Is that an Echo joke? Let's see what happens. That's it. You can't. That's the final screen. Is the title screen. You can't even do anything. You can't even go back into it. Let's see. So I watched what the speedrun does when they do it, and like, as you can imagine, they do it fast, but like they literally like they just damage boost. So like he just like goes right up to its eye and just starts firing in its eye until it blows up. That it goes the other side, just fires in its eye, it takes all the balls right to the face. And then it just like keeps dashing into the jaw over and over again, even though it's sucking it in. Like almost half the speed run is the boss fight. Oops. I mean, is that level because it's so long. Yeah, there you go. Last fight, it works. Yeah, it's delayed. Here, let's try it. Let's try the speedrun strat. Are you ready? Well, I've already blown it because I'm not... Alright, he doesn't leave, he just stays there. Why don't I just stay there? It almost works. It's not gonna suck me up again? Come on. Ah, well, close enough. But see, look, when you die to this, right back here. And then you can't, like, so you have to reset your console at that point. I mean, it is easier, but you take damage, so it's like, it's really not that great. But you can, like, kind of, like, keep dashing into it a little bit more than I was able to there, but, I got sucked into his mouth, but I just immediately died each time. You walked away, Apollo. You missed me beating the game. You missed the hype train. Well, I don't even think we hit level 1 of the hype train, so you didn't miss an emote, but you did miss the hype train. Oh, you saw the boss kill? Yeah, I beat it. I was just trying the password just to show that it did it, and I was trying to speedrun strat. Of just damage boosting and doing it all at once. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I was like, if you missed that, that's too bad. All right, let's see. I'm sure everybody would have been saying stuff if anything interesting happened here, but Georgia 3 minutes ago, we got 34 votes in. Hello. They're just coming from different counties and stuff, so who knows what the rationale is. Let's see. Pennsylvania, they got another 2,400 votes in. The difference dropped by 1,300. It was 2/3 for Biden still. He's still well on pace to overtake in Pennsylvania. And that's it. That's all that's happened. Nothing. Nothing. So one of the counties stopped for the night in Georgia. So again, we're just not going to know. You weren't able to kill them with shooting? Man, that would be really hard on Chico. That is definitely necessary. But I mean, to be fair, I was told that. They were like, you don't want to skip those. You need to really do it. So that's this site right here. Super easy thing to do. You don't have to like do what I was doing, which is like pecking around Twitter all over the place, and it tells you everything you want to know in one spot. Okay, I'm gonna set up Karnov. You want to hear this music while I set up Karnov?